You are a bringer of joy, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, that's always the goal, and the instrument has brought me so much joy over the years, and it just that it can bring more people that, I think as the popularity of the instrument
Yeah.
grows, I mean, that's just awesome. I think it's just what the world needs.
So the ukulele, we have a, by the way, this is a ukulele house. We have mele ukuleles over here, but my husband plays, my daughter plays, my son
Wow.
plays. So this is a big ukulele music house over here. But you've taken ukulele from Hawaiian music and you've kind of brought it mainstream where you've not only are a composer and have written music, but you also cover a lot of songs that have nothing to do with Hawaiian music. And in doing so, you kind of bring the ukulele, which you've called the underdog of instruments, into the mainstream realm.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I mean, I love all different styles of music. And of
Yeah.
course, traditional music will always be is what I'm grounded in because that's what I was first exposed to on
Hmm.
the instrument. But yeah, I love everything, and I love exposing myself to different styles of music. But I think that, I don't know, I think that there is something about the instrument in recent years. There's been like, I mean, people like, of course, Israel Kamakawiwo Ole, who had his
Hmm.
version of Over the Rainbow that appeared in a lot of these, huge like Hollywood films and commercials. And then you had bands like Train, with Hey Soul Sister, or Eddie Vedder doing his ukulele, album, and I mean,
Yeah.
with Paul McCartney and Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish, like bringing ukulele into their music and
Yeah.
introducing that to their supporters. I mean, that's so awesome. Like I'm a fan of the ukulele first, so when I see stuff like that, I get so excited, because it's just like, I don't know. I think that that instrument just is so special and brings so much joy to people. And
Yeah.
so the more eyes and ears that it can get in front of, I
Yeah.
think the makes the world a better place.
So you start with ukulele, but you can do you also play other instruments as well?
No, well, I mean, I played like in the marching band. I did drums,
Hmm.
and I've always had it. I don't know. I tried other instruments, like I took piano lessons, I took guitar
Hmm.
lessons, but none of them really stuck. But the
Right.
ukulele was the instrument that I was first introduced to, and my mom played, so that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
And she, yeah, I mean, I was 4 years old when I first picked it up and played my first chord, and I just fell in love with it. I was just hooked. And as you know, Kim, right, it's like the easiest instrument to learn.
Right.
If you've
Hmm.
never played an instrument before, you can teach someone a song in literally just a few minutes, right? They
Yeah.
can learn a couple chords and they're already playing a song. So I think that instant gratification of being able
Yeah.
to learn something so quickly really resonates with people, especially people who are intimidated of playing an instrument. If
Yeah.
they feel like, I don't have any musical talent, but you
Right.
give them an ukulele and they're like, oh, this is kind of fun, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, I can do this. And I think that, that's where that joy comes from.
And then they see a video of you playing the ukulele and they think, I thought I could do this until I saw that guy play. And then I realized, no, that's the way
Oh,
to play the ukulele. That's incredible. And I was going to ask you a question about why the ukulele called to you, why that was your instrument, but I'm guessing it's because you heard your mom play it and that it was part of you growing up because it's always that, I don't know, that's something that we grew up with that's nostalgic to us, that means something to us that we are interested in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom used to play it for me all the time, and my mom has a
Yeah.
beautiful singing voice, so she would play and sing to me, and my little brother as well. But I was also born and raised in Hawaii, so the
Yeah.
ukulele is such a big part of the culture there.
Yeah.
So we see it everywhere. I mean,
Right.
I didn't realize, like, I just thought everybody around the world like played the ukulele, because
Mhm.
even in school, like we learned it in school, like in the
Yeah.
fourth and fifth grade, we had programs. And so, but yeah, but I started when I started traveling, I realized that it was not a very common instrument, for a lot of people. Like people would
Yeah.
would ask me all the time, like what got you into the ukulele? Like so
Mhm.
surprised that I play the ukulele, but
Yeah.
but for us growing up, it was like it was more surprising living in Hawaii if you met someone who never played an ukulele. Like,
Sure.
what do you mean you never played an ukulele? So yeah, so it was a little different, once I started traveling outside.
It's funny because I know you're from Hawaii, and I had to laugh when I saw you pop up on screen because you're wearing a winter scarf and a
Oh,
snow hat, which is funny to see a guy from Hawaii dressed for winter. But right now you're on tour, and I think, are you in Michigan right now? Where are you?
we're actually in St. Louis. Yeah, we're
Okay.
in St. Louis right now, and it's pretty cool. Whenever we're, anything below 70 for me is like freezing. So
That's so
I
funny.
just can't handle the cold weather. But so as soon as I get into a hotel room, I mean, the first thing I do is I go to the thermostat and I just like I keep hitting the
Oh,
up
you're
button.
so
It just
funny.
can't get warm, for me. But
Well, this career that you find yourself in
mhm.
has led to you on international tours all over the place, and you have branched out and seen the world. And you're finding different temperatures, different cultures. What are some of the favorite places that you've been to when you've gone on tour?
Ooh, I mean, yeah, I never imagined that, I'd be doing what I'm doing today. I mean, it's been such a blessing, and I'm so grateful, because I get to meet such extraordinary people and go to incredible places.
Hmm.
And not that I've been everywhere, but but I've definitely been to a lot more countries than I could have even ever imagined, going to. And the thing that I love most, is that even though I don't speak the language, or I'm not familiar with the culture, it's like music seems to transcend all of that,
Hmm.
and you feel these instant connections with people that you've never met, and you don't really know much about each other, but somehow through music, we're able to communicate and develop a relationship, because at the end of the show, when we're doing a meet and greet after the show, and people are coming up to me and just, and there's just this excitement and enthusiasm and this love and joy, and this it's just incredible,
Yeah.
so yeah, so it's something I definitely don't take for granted. I mean, I love it. I love performing because it allows, because there's something that happens, I think, when you're in a room or in a hall with people, and you're all experiencing something at the same time. It's
Yeah.
synergistic, right? It's there's a synergy there that's why it's not the same like if I'm just sitting in my room and playing.
Right.
It's this collaborative effort with everyone and their energy, and everyone just kind of enjoying something together that
Yeah.
makes the experience so much greater, right, than one person. And I love that. It's almost addictive, in a way, and being able to experience that with people, every night in our travels. And it's so moving. I mean, sometimes it's so emotional. Like, you would never
Yeah.
think like the ukulele would
It is.
be, yeah, something
Yeah.
that can really draw very heavy and deep
Yeah.
emotion, from people. But it does. It's amazing.
I think anything beautiful does that. And when you play, it's so, so beautiful. You are coming to the Napa, let's see, Uptown Theater in Napa. You
Mhm.
will be in my region, which is the wine country, at the Uptown Theater in Napa on December 16th.
Mhm.
Then you're going to the Crest Theater in Sacramento, December 18th. That's not too far of a drive. And I was looking for the date. You're coming to Carmel. Did you already do your Carmel date?
Carmel is on the 17th. Yeah, December.
On the
So it's the day
17th. Okay.
after Napa.
So there's a lot of people that are in this region that are listening, but go to the internet, search Jake's name, Jake Shimabukuro. You'll see the whole list of wherever he's performing. So wherever you're listening, there's got to be a place near you where you can find him. But I'm so excited, and one of the things I noticed is your tickets are priced in a way that makes it really accessible to go see a show. So you have prices anywhere from I saw $29 all the way up, to 200 and something. But it means that people that maybe can't afford to go see a Beyonce concert or a Taylor Swift concert, they can go see a Jake Shimabukuro concert and they can have a really good time.
Oh, well, I just have to say, if you're listening, make sure you keep your expectations low after this.
No, no, don't keep your expectations low. Absolutely not. No. You know what's interesting about, and I don't, maybe this is how I found you, I'm not sure, but it was right here on YouTube, a video that went viral that kind of kickstarted your rise to fame. And it was the video of you playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And that was back in 2006. And that thing took off like a rocket. And once it did, that kind of led to what you're doing now. So I guess the question about that is, was it the best thing that ever happened to you, that viral video, or did you even want it to go viral? What are your thoughts about YouTube and these kind of videos and the way that you achieved, something that you should have been noticed for all along?
Oh no, I'm so
Mhm.
grateful. Yeah, I'm so great. Um, at that time, because this was like end of 2005, early 2006. Oh, there's that video.
There he is. Yeah.
And so this was actually someone pulled this from a local TV show that I did. It was like an interview for a program called Ukulele Disco, and they asked me a few questions, and we were in New York because I was out there doing a show.
Yeah.
And so they interviewed me. We went to Central Park, and then at the time they said, "Hey, can you just play a song for us, to close out the show?" And I said, "Oh, sure." So I was working on this George Harrison arrangement that I'm playing, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, because George Harrison I was such a huge fan. I am such a huge fan of his music, and he also loved the ukulele. That was his favorite instrument, and so I was like, wow, we're right next to Strawberry Fields. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, George Harrison song. And I played it. And then, it appeared on that local TV show. And then I went back home to Hawaii. And then a few months later, some friends of mine started emailing me and saying, hey, there's this video of you playing in Central Park that's kind of going around campus, because I had some friends that were going to school on the East Coast and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
really? I was like, what? So they sent me this email, because you gotta remember now, this was back in early 2006. So
Right.
nobody really knew what YouTube was, or you
Hmm.
couldn't even send someone a video. Remember back then, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you had to like have some kind of program and
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, so he said, yeah, I'm gonna forward this email to you. Just click on this. I don't even know if they called it a link back then, but they said
Hmm.
just click on the numbers or the letters or whatever. So I
Yeah.
clicked on it and went to this screen, and then there I was playing. I was like, how did that? What? I don't understand. And then so I guess around that time, right, YouTube was getting popular, and other sites like YouTube were getting popular. So people were taking this video and posting it and reposting it and reposting it. And so it was funny because the original video that went viral didn't even have my name on it. I mean, I see I still remember when I opened up that file, it just said Asian guy shreds on ukulele. That was the title of the video. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is so cool. But but because of that video, it just opened up all these opportunities, and I started getting asked by other bands to come and
Hmm.
join them on tour and play on other recordings, play at these festivals, and it just opened
Yeah.
up the whole world to me, because prior to that I was mainly just playing in Hawaii and in Japan. My career kind of started in Hawaii and Japan, so I was kind
Hmm.
of going back and forth between those two places. But yeah, in 2006, when that video went viral, like I started having all these opportunities to play in all these other places, and it was so
So cool.
cool. I mean, I just, yeah, I had to pinch myself. I still pinch myself every once in a while. I'm like, is this really happening?
This is really happening to the point where there's now a documentary about your life story. How
Oh,
does that feel? Like they have this Jake Shimabukuro life on four strings.
oh, yeah.
And here they're, people are so interested that they're telling your life story in this documentary. Is it weird to look at that and go, why are people so interested in who I am and where I've come from? Or do you get now that you're this international superstar?
Oh no, no, definitely not. I just yeah, that documentary was so much fun. I just remember my family being so like not upset, but they were, because I basically had
Hmm.
cameras. It was Tadashi Nakamura was the director, and we worked with CAM, which is the Center for uh, Asian American Media, and they hired Tad, and our friend Don Young was the producer, and they basically followed me around for over 2 years with cameras. We went everywhere. They came on tour
Oh,
with me. They
wow.
came to Hawaii. They filmed me
Yeah.
at my home, and just like I mean, it was so crazy,
Mm.
to see to be a part of that. But it was during that time in my life. So that documentary, it doesn't feel like it was this long ago, but that was actually 12 years ago when that
Hmm.
documentary came out. And it just happened to be like a 2 or 3 year period of my life where I was going through so many different things, like my my touring career was really starting to evolve, and I had gotten married. I had we then my wife and I, was just about to have our first child.
Hmm.
um there was the tsunami earthquake incident in Japan, and so all of those things. And my manager at the time, Kazusa, was actually from Sendai, where a lot of the devastation had taken place.
Yeah.
So there was a lot going on, and at the so I think reflecting back and seeing all those things, like, it just being able to capture all of that,
Hmm.
in a very authentic and real way, because
Yeah.
it was just happening all in real time. So,
Yeah.
it was very special, I think, to kind of to capture that, not just about me, but for me, like all the things that were going on, in my family's life as well. It's really nice to go back and
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh.
my wife she did not want to do the interview for this.
Oh, she's so pretty though. You guys are cute.
Like, no, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be on
That's awesome. So you mentioned destruction, devastation when you mentioned the earthquake and tsunami, and it made me think of the wildfire on Maui and what happened in Lahaina.
Mhm.
And I wonder, ask you because you're from the state of Hawaii. What do you know about whether they still need help and what people can do? And what if what's your involvement and your efforts been in relief, raising relief funds for the victims of that wildfire?
Yeah, I mean, there's just such a wide spectrum, right, of
Hmm.
what needs to be done. I mean, I'm no expert in the field. But it's going to be I know it's going to be a long time,
Hmm.
that road to recovery. It's so tragic to think about all the lives that were lost, and and just, we're never going to get that place back, right?
No.
And,
Mm-mm.
but I think that, I've been supporting the Maui Strong Fund, which
Yep.
is a fund that's supported by
Yeah.
the Hawaii Community
Yeah.
Foundation, and I've been kind of telling people, I think that's one way that you can support. There's a lot of different ways, but I know that the Hawaii Community Foundation has been, they're very they're on the ground, right?
Hmm.
They are reaching out to all the different communities and the different families and groups that need uh, a certain kind of support or care.
Hmm.
And to have someone like that be able to kind of hover and put the funds to where they need
Yeah.
to go, is very, very, is very powerful. And I know it's a lot of that's a lot of pressure, to put on anyone. I remember
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and a lot of times when we do these kinds of things and we try to support, these types of uh, tragedies, and we put our money into a fund. We a lot of times we don't think about it, but I know sometimes we think like, okay, especially if it's something like, um, far away from our community, but we
Hmm.
still want to help and support. So we write a check or we give money. But then, I realized too, like, how much pressure, that can put on
Yeah.
an organization like that, right? To be responsible and to have to carry that weight and be like, okay, all these people are trusting that we're going to
Yeah.
distribute the funds and do our best to help these, so it is, it's a really tough situation, but I feel like they're really
Yeah.
managing and doing an incredible job, so, um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy, I mean, and there's so many people out there suffering right now, and I just, it's just not, we all just have to, I feel like, if every single person out there could just do one thing a day, to help bring a little bit of joy into one person's life or into one family's life, or
Hmm.
to do just whatever we can do for our own community, if we can all just do one thing every day, to
Yeah.
do that. I think that goes a long way. And you know um that's what my grandma used to tell me, it's like those little things, right? Like, say you, even when you're driving and
Yeah.
someone's in the wrong lane and they're trying to
Yeah.
get into your lane, like, don't speed up, just slow
Yeah.
down, let them go. You
Yeah.
never know what they're going through, and just that one gesture might make them feel like, oh, and then they make it to wherever they were
Yeah.
trying to get to, and that is life changing for them,
Right.
right? Which impacts other people around them, or just even at the grocery store, someone looks like they're in a rush and you let them go ahead of you, and just that little gesture, like, can make such a tremendous
It's
impact.
aloha. It's all about the aloha. I'm
Yeah,
telling you. Yeah. Um, I was hoping that you would play a little something for us, but I don't even know if you have your ukulele handy.
I'm so sorry, Kim. I don't have it with me, unfortunately.
So
Yeah, it's
you guys in the chat, you're just gonna have to trust me when I say he is incredible, like absolutely incredible.
oh, no, no.
Yeah, and so I'm so excited that you're going to be here, that you're coming to Napa's Uptown Theater. You'll be in Carmel, you'll be in Sacramento the 16th, 17th, and 18th of December. I saw someone in the chat say they're on the wait list for the Carmel show. So it looks like
Oh,
your shows are selling out, that people are wanting to go see. So I'm so happy to know that there's this level of interest in, going to see your shows. It makes me really happy to see you sell out wherever you go.
oh, thank you, Kim. No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm really excited. These shows are all kind of holiday themed shows. So,
Mm-hmm.
but so we'll do a handful of holiday songs. So that's our friend Justin Kavika Young. He's an amazing singer songwriter. So he's been coming out with us. He's also from Hawaii, and we started out our careers together. So he's been out with us and doing some holiday songs, and he's just fantastic. He toured with Kobe Calais for over 10 years. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
it's amazing. But yeah, so
Yeah.
we're excited. We're doing some of that, and then of course we're doing some non-holiday songs too. But
Mm-hmm.
the whole theme of this tour, it's called Grateful, the Grateful Tour. So it's really about just kind of, living a life with gratitude, and
Yeah.
especially during the holiday season. And there's a Japanese word that I usually say at every show, and it's ichigo ichie, which means once in a lifetime. But it has to do with people kind of coming together and recognizing that this moment will never happen in the exact same way again. So
Yeah.
it truly is special, and it reminds me to be present and to be in the moment, and to just be very appreciative, for what we have, because especially during this time of year, we see family members that we
Yeah.
haven't seen all year, and we just never know when we're going to see each other again, right? So we never want to take that for granted.
And that's the beauty of a live music too, and a live performance like yours is I would imagine that maybe it's similar, but every single one is different because the audience is different
Yeah.
and your thoughts and your feelings are different at that moment. So it's all this, this unique thing that happens on stage every night.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always different.
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah.
and every night is filled with a different memory, that you're gonna take with you
Yeah.
forever. And even the ones, and even sometimes, sometimes people are like, well, I don't remember every single thing that I did every single day, right? And but
Yeah.
but whatever it is that you did that day, right? Always impacts and fosters, another memory that maybe came before it or after it. You just so it just I don't know. It's a beautiful thing, and I just think
Yeah.
music, live music, and just art and creativity in general.
Mhm.
It's just truly what the world needs. I mean, we need more of that. We need more artists to emerge and just bring
Mhm.
a lot of beauty and joy into our world, and to allow our senses to experience
Yeah.
something different and in unique ways, that are uplifting and engaging, and makes us feel more connected, because I think right now we all need to feel more connected.
Absolutely, we do. Jennifer writes, Jake, loved your opening for Jimmy Buffett at Wrigley
Oh,
Field. Yeah.
thank you,
Uh,
Jennifer. Yeah. Well,
Kiana checking in from Maui says, here on Maui, we love Jake. Well, we love Jake everywhere, I have to say that.
thank you.
Hula Steph says, hooray for Jake. And Karen writes in that California is lucky to have Jake doing so many venues. And I would agree with Karen that you're bringing aloha on your tour. You're bringing joy to so many people. Thanks for coming to California. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. No, it truly is my honor, and yeah, and I'm just so grateful that we get to do this, and I
I
mean, I
know I'm
love
going to,
it. It's my passion, and
yeah.
so yeah, I love it.
Well, I'm a huge fan, as you can probably tell, and I will remember this day forever. So thank you for coming by the Mark Thompson show. And if people want to go check you out, I would say even if there's a waiting list, sign up for it. It is worth it. And keep your eye on Jake Shimabukuro tour dates because it's not just this year. You probably will be back soon. So there's always an opportunity to catch him playing. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
Jake, thanks for coming by. Have a great rest of your day and stay warm.
I will.
Aloha.
Aloha. Take care. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Jake Shimabukuro, everybody.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell, you'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.